Intellectually petty radio on your stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order. Intellectually petty radio on the stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing, Men Make Moves and Suckers Stand Still. And as always, on the mighty Nerd DJs Radio Network, y'all already know, man, we only rock with legends around here. And today is absolutely no exception. We have one of the greatest singers to ever have vocal cords and a throat. We have Beth joining the conversation. How you doing, Queen?
I'm good. That was some introduction. Thank you.
You deserve it. How's your family?
Thank you. Thank you. How are you today?
Oh, to be quite honest, I had to have some dental surgery the other day. It's just kicking my ass.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I've been there, done that.
Oh my Lord, it's beating me down. But it's about you. How's your family?
We're okay.
Okay. And first off, I want to say my condolences.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have unfortunately, I'm in that club, so
Not fun.
it is not. You want to talk about it?
No, I do not.
No? Okay.
When you asked me, did I want to not? Yeah. I mean, not that. It's just not. Yeah. No. I mean, I can. It's not to the point where I can't talk about it. It's just I'm in the midst. Like we're still planning her memorial service, which is upcoming, and I'm overwhelmed. My mother just passed last Wednesday. It's been 8 days. So, I'm still in the planning stages of getting her memorial done. Her memorial will be on the 20th. Yeah. And I'm just, if you're in the club, you already know those days getting you to the ceremony, the memorial service and everything, you're just exhausted,
Oh my God. The phone doesn't stop ringing.
No, and there's people in my house all the time, and I appreciate them there. My friends have been incredible. So I appreciate them. I'm just a bit overwhelmed. But I miss my mother terribly. I took care of her for 8 years, and I was with her when she took her last breath. My husband was there, my brother was there, my sister was there, and we're just trying to find our new normal right now. So yeah, that's about all I can give. That was more than what I thought I was gonna be able to say. But yeah, that's where we are right now. It's just.
Well, if nobody, I absolutely do know, and if nobody has told you today, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm looking back to singing. I haven't been singing for a couple weeks because we've just been off on a break, and thankful for the timing of her transition that I was not on the road. So I was actually home. There was nothing happening. We were home, and I'm grateful. On stage Saturday and the following Wednesday and the following Friday and Saturday. So I'll be back in my element, and I'll be able to get back to those things that are comforting to me during times of change, because this is a change.
Yeah.
But I love singing so much, and singing is therapeutic not only for me, but singing is therapeutic a lot of times for the audience because they get a chance to get away from whatever they're dealing with and listen to the music, right?
Yeah.
And it's therapeutic for the artist to give as well. So I'm just looking forward to my show Saturday and just kind of navigating through how life is going to be for me now.
What's your favorite song to sing?
Right now, it's Free. That's off of my first album. That song, I think, is called Free, and it's just talking about freedom and being your best self and living your best life and loving yourself enough to allow yourself to be your best. Because in order for you to be your best, you got to know yourself and you got to love yourself to be able to do that. And I love singing Free because that song actually connects with the audience very well. They respond very well to that song. It ministers to the people and it also ministers to me. And that's my favorite song right now. And it's in every show that I do. So yeah.
What was it like being on The Voice? And what was the process to get on there?
So it was stressful. It was. It was stressful because you're being looked at through a microscope at all times. The producers are watching you, the vocal coaches are watching you. And when I say vocal coaches, I don't mean the star vocal coaches, I mean the ones behind the scenes.
Okay.
Vocal coaches are watching you, the producers are watching you, the MD, the band leaders watching you. Then there's other people that are strategically placed that are around that are watching you as well that you may not be aware of, but they are. So you have that. So that's the stressful part of it because you're constantly being watched. The wonderful part of it was that I was able to live in the element of just being an artist for day after day. I got up thinking like an artist. I got up going to rehearsals, going to everything that they had set up for us so that we could do our best on the show. So I enjoyed being in that bubble that we were in, which was just artistry, which was just, being able to sing every day, all day. I love
What's the greatest joy about being able to communicate with an audience?
the greatest joy, I think, for me to see them receive me, especially as a new artist. So, especially in the situations where I'm opening and I go out there and everybody's like, who is this? And then when I'm finished, they're like, oh, that's my girl. That's the greatest joy for me because that means I connect with them some kind of way. I get off or I give them my social media and I get off the stage and I see I got 150 new organic followers because they just saw me perform. Like that, that's everything.
What's Kim like?
Um,
And how did that come to be? Singing background for him.
he's a cool dude. Like he's cool. Like he's like
Like
70.
the nigga seems like Yoda. Like he's just floating around and drops a couple of gems here and there and
Nah,
hums away.
nah. He's like 70s cool. He's just like I could see him. He's cool like the platform shoes with the fish in the heel, the bell bottom, and he come in like, "Hey man, what's happening?" That's him. He's cool like that. What's happening? How y'all doing? That's him. That's him. That's him.
Oh my.
He not cool. I mean, he cool like Yoda. Like he'll talk to you and give you thoughts and drop some gems and. But for the most part, he is he's cool. He's just a cool dude. He don't say a lot all the time, but then when he does talk, he does talk. He said what he got to say, and he's cool. He's a very, very nice person. And I've been with him for a long time, working with him, and I enjoy it. He's a really nice guy.
Make some beautiful music too. So do you.
Yes, he does. He does. Yeah.
You make some beautiful music. Do you do everything, or do you do you write? Do you produce the whole nine, or do you have other people that do certain things?
Well, thank you. I have a team. I don't write everything. I co-write the majority of my songs. And like what I was telling you, one of my favorite songs to do now is Free. That song I wrote. And I just try to surround myself with great writers, great producers, people that are gifted in the areas that I need to be strengthened in. I never go in and say, hey, this is the song I want to do, and this is how we doing it. And I go in and I say, I have an idea. What do you think will be the best way for me to get this into a song, because I'm not a producer and I'm not like a songwriter. I'm an artist that can write.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy more? Live performances or the studio?
I prefer live performances.
Okay.
I do.
You got a chance to introduce the hubby to Janet Jackson, correct?
I did.
How the hell did you pull that off? And
So,
first off, you're the wife of the millennium for that. Just throwing that out there. But yes, how did you pull that off?
because what man don't love Janet, right?
Man, listen.
I told him, I said, you better not ever tell me no for anything I think I want, try to want. I think I want to try to want this. You're gonna be like, okay, babe. So anyway, um, I do not know Janet, but it always helps if you know somebody who knows somebody, right?
Absolutely.
So a wonderful guy by the name of Marcus Kinsey plays for Janet, but he used to play for Kim.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's kind of connected dots. We did a show the top of the year. I will never forget, we were in California and Kinsey had done 2 tours with us, and he had been gone for a minute. And because he's played with Seal and just all these amazing, I mean, he's played with some amazing people. And he
Okay.
came back, he did a gig with us. I said, Kinsey, where you been? I miss you. He's like, oh man. He was like, I'm with Janet. I said, as in Miss Jackson, if you're there. Yeah. I'm like, hey man, I need to holler at you. Because I know my husband is obsessed with Janet. And a couple years, maybe a year or two ago, well, no, first of all, let me say this. Since I've ever known my husband, he's made it very clear that Janet Jackson was his wife, and that was his first love. And if you talk to his sisters, they say he was obnoxiously in love with her, Penny on Good Times. Like, hey, this go way back.
Completely understandable, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, so when I found out Kinsey was working with Janet, I said, Kinsey, listen, I said, my husband is obsessed with Janet, and we recently had a conversation, and the conversation was, I've met some amazing people in my life, but I know I'll never meet Janet Jackson. Like, I just know this is not going to happen. I didn't know anybody that knew Janet. So most of the time your connections are through people you know, and I didn't know anybody who knew Janet. And so I told my husband, I'll never forget telling him, I said, you know what? I said, don't be surprised if I meet somebody and you end up meeting Janet. He goes, yeah, okay, right. And I'm going, yeah, I'm talking, but I have no idea this is really what's going to happen. So February, Kinsey tells me he's playing with Janet, and I was like, oh my God. So I just was like, Kinsey, I said, I don't even ask people for tickets for shows. I don't do that because people are always asking me for shit, and I don't be wanting that, you know. And I said, if you don't do nothing else for me, you ain't got to speak to me. You can erase my number, but if you could do this one thing for me, I said, my husband loves Janet, and if you could try to figure out how to help me get tickets. I said, I would love for him to meet Janet, but if we can just go to the show, I'll be okay with that. And Kinsey did, you know, he went over and beyond to make sure that we got a chance to go to the meet and greet. And my husband couldn't even talk. He was just like, so, but he was really happy. And then me surprising him was so good. I mean, I just enjoyed surprising him because he had no idea, because his birthday was in May. And I kept telling him, I said, you got a birthday present coming, but I'm still working on it. So he had no idea what it was because we went to the concert in July. So he didn't see this coming, but he was so excited. So shout out to Marcus Kinsey. Janet was going to be at residency in Vegas. If anybody's watching this and they go to the concert in Vegas, Kinsey is on keys. He's amazing. And we're forever indebted to him for that. Because that was major for my husband. Like, that was life-changing for him.
Day after.
Like, he can't even picture himself, like, seriously. So.
Day after, what's the husband say to you?
He's been walking around the house singing Control. Like, he doesn't. I'm not even joking. We'll be sitting there and he'd be like, Control. And he just break out. Like, he's, you know. Or I say, babe, you happy? I met Janet. Like, that's it. He's, you know, he's calmed down a little bit now. And look, he in the other room and he muting the TV because he know I'm talking about, so he listening. He real nosy. You listening,
Oh
aren't
my
you?
God.
He's so nosy, but he's listening. But he was in awe. He was just, and I would have been, I would have been too. It made me so happy. It gave me so much joy to do that for him because I knew that was something he wanted, and I knew that was something that he never like thought that was gonna happen. And I was like, oh yeah, like I did that. Like I'm patting myself on the back. So yeah.
Who could he introduce you to that would elicit the same response?
I've met everybody that I want to meet. So it would have to be Jesus himself. I mean, if there's no like Whitney Houston.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, the connection
met
went a little
her.
bad right
Um,
quick. What'd you say?
oh, Whitney Houston is my favorite singer of all time.
Yeah.
I met her, worked with her.
Really? Really?
Aretha Franklin. Yeah, well, I was Whitney Houston's body double and stand-in in Sparkle. So,
Okay, wait, hold
I,
on. We gotta
I
stop right there. You gotta tell me about that. I'm sorry. Whitney Houston?
so yeah, so like first of all, Whitney Houston and I have the same birthday, which is August the 9th. So that
Happy belated.
alone, thank you. So that alone is amazing that I share a birthday with her. But when she did her final film, which is Sparkle, they filmed it in Detroit, and I was cast as her body double and stand-in. So I got a chance to meet Whitney, worked with her for about a month because the time that she was on set was about 30 days, give or take 30 days, and was with her every day. I mean, as a stand-in, you kind of go in and the lighting and technical people set the script and set the stage for what she's gonna do. And I come in, I put on clothes of the color that she's gonna wear so they can adjust the lighting. They tell me to stand here, they tell me to do this, do this, do that. She's in the room sitting there watching because she has to duplicate everything that I do. And I'm
Okay.
doing the technical part. And all she's able to do, they set it like that so she can just come in, do her part, and everything is set up.
Okay.
So, I did that. That was amazing. Every morning, good morning, good morning. I'm like, oh my God, Whitney Houston talk to me. She knows I'm alive. Like, I mean, I fan out, right? So that was just everything. So being able to work with her, she's my favorite singer. I met her. Some of my other favorites, Aretha Franklin. I met Aretha Franklin a couple times. And my father, my late father, his name was Johnny Griffith. He was one of the Funk Brothers from Motown.
Oh
So
wow.
my father was Aretha Franklin's first keyboard player when she went on the road. So she already knew my dad. So when I met her and introduced myself to her, or I was introduced to her, um, she was like, "Oh, I know your daddy." Yeah. So she could care less. And I was trying to be one of her background singers. That's who I started with. I went to her first. So let me say Michael Powell from
I need a Baker producer.
yes, Anita Baker producer from Chapter 8. He introduced me to Anita, and that's how I started working with Anita Baker. But before that, he took me to Aretha Franklin to get me hired by Aretha Franklin. And she wouldn't hire me because I had not been on the road before. She didn't want me going out on the road with her first, fresh, new.
Okay. Okay.
But Aretha Franklin would be another person that I've already met. Love Patti LaBelle. Met Patti LaBelle.
Goodness
Gladys Knight.
gracious,
Met
woman.
Gladys.
Oh my lord.
Um, I love the OJs. I've toured with them 6 months on the road with them, love them. These are my favorite people that I've been so blessed to already work with and already have interactions with. So, um, you know, I'm trying to think of other people that I would work with, and they're all those legends that I've been blessed. I've been so blessed. I've been so blessed. I've been so
You
blessed.
ain't lying. That's crazy.
I've been
Be-
so blessed. And there's more
be-
people that I've worked with that I'm like, oh, I always wanted to meet them. But I did. The paths crossed so that I could. Stevie Wonder.
Yo,
You know,
can he really see?
I don't know, but he showed grabbed my wrist like Ray Charles when I no lie. So I
I've
don't
had a
know.
couple people on the show that had interactions with him, and they think he can see. Not necessarily like 20/20, but he ain't blind.
See shadows. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I'm not gonna. Mm-mm. But this, I saw the Ray Charles movie, and when he was grabbing the wrist stuff, grabbing women's wrists, and I was sitting there, and I was introduced to him, and he grabbed my wrist and did like this, and I was like, oh, like I didn't want to freak out, but he did it. So yeah. So yeah, there's probably somebody I could meet that I would love to meet, but I've met my favorites. I've met my
Hell,
favorite.
you met my favorites too. Damn.
Yeah. So
Best piece of advice they've given you that someone has given you.
always be open to learn. Always be coachable. Because when you know it all, you leave. You're gone. You've learned everything you're supposed to learn. So shut your mouth and listen.
And this is something I ask everybody. So you're sitting on a park bench, and God sits down next to you and tells you can ask him one question. What would it be?
Ooh. I think, when you think about certain things you would ask, some of them answer yourself when you really think about it. But I think it would be, why do people who do bad things, why does it seem like they get away with it? And if they hurt you, why do you never get to see them? Sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't get to see the people pay for the bad acts that they do.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing. Like, because you know why people hurt people, because hurting people hurt people. So that. You know why there's war, because people fighting over money and things. You know that. And if somebody want to be in charge, you know that. But why is it that when somebody does something bad to you and purposely does something bad to you, you don't get to see them pay for it?
Yeah, karma should have like a TV screen.
Yeah.
Yes, I should be able to see your shit.
And maybe if people knew that was going to happen, they wouldn't do stuff. They'd be like, oh, because you're going to watch me get it back. Let me. But people don't feel like there's no repercussion for their bad behavior. They'd be like, And I just wondered, like, when they gonna get it,
What was it about your What was it about your husband the first time y'all met that led to a second time?
He was cute. He was handsome. He was personable. I was like, oh, he cute.
Where'd y'all go on the first date?
I don't know, probably eat somewhere,
You
movies.
know he in the other room listening now.
He don't know either.
Oh, he knows.
He don't know.
I bet you $10 he knows.
I'm gonna give you my cash app. Cause
I bet he knows. I bet yes. I bet that man knows.
Louis.
Don't do me dirty, bruh.
Wait a minute. I didn't want to be yelling. But
Oh, I don't care.
okay, so no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so you're not gonna be on camera. I just want you to answer this question. The question was asked, do you know what our first date was?
The first date?
Uh-huh.
Where?
Well, don't.
Oh.
Yeah. Now I'm telling all the stuff, right?
Right.
Dates, public dates.
Needless to say, I don't need that cash app.
No, what was it? Is that what we did? He said we went to the movie. I told you that. I said we probably
he knew though. Right. I'm going. Why would I not know that?
What was the third date?
Oh
Now I'm getting
wow,
tricked.
that's unfair.
You said you don't even remember, but we still together.
That's so. How long has it been?
What month is this? This is October. We've been married 24 years next month.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why I said it don't even matter. We still together.
So when people say, "Okay, well, what's the secret?" What do you tell them?
When we got married, we said we weren't going to get a divorce and we were going to do everything we could do to work it out to make sure that we've started over maybe 15, 20, 30 times. You know, we've gone through some rough patches and we've gone through some, I don't know if we're going to make it. And one of us was like, well, you can go, I ain't leaving. Another one was like, well, you can go, I ain't leaving. And we just like, okay, let's fix it. Like, and we genuinely do like each other. That's first of all. He's my friend. Like when we first got together, like I enjoyed hanging with him.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't about being booed up. We just had fun together. We hang out and go eat and go to the show. Like we did stuff together. We actually liked each other. We laughed, we talked. So we actually liked each other. We could sit up and just watch TV with each other now. We like each other. So I think that foundation of not being just built on as a physical relationship, we actually were friends. We actually cool. And then it just kind of built and grew. And we just kept saying we were going to start over if we hit a rough patch, if we hit a stump, if we hit a fork in the road, we would start over. And we have to talk about it and figure out, okay, now who pissed off who, and then figure it out. But we're good. We're good.
I think like is so underrated in relationships.
Oh my God, because people always want to be in love, and it's not always that.
Yeah, because you're not gonna always love somebody, but if y'all can laugh together and have dumb conversations and enjoy each other's company, that'll get you through everything.
Got to be your friend. They got to be your
Yeah.
friend. They gotta be your ace. They got to be your road dog. They got to be all of that, and then y'all
Yeah.
can make it through. Yeah, we all right.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Thank you.
Music wise, you got anything new coming out or anything you just put out?
No, nothing right now. We're just concentrating on live shows right now. And 2025, I will be putting some new music out. Yeah. I'm just waiting. And you know what? My producer is an artist too. And you've interviewed him, Marcus Divine. So he's an artist too. So I have to go when he's done doing his stuff and then I can do my stuff. And it's a balance of the schedules, the writing, the studio, because I work out of his studio, all of that kind of stuff. So.
Jesus Christ! Between the two of y'all, I don't think there is a person that I've listened to that y'all don't know.
He knows a lot of people, and then I have met a lot of people before I even met him, and then you're right. Combined, it's like
What's the record label you're on?
It's my label called Anise Records.
That's so dope.
Thank
You got anybody else signed or it's just you?
Nope, I'm the guinea pig. I'm the artist. I can't put somebody else out not unless I've mastered the technique of what to do.
Okay.
And so right now we're just, I love everything. I love the behind the scenes. I love the studio. I love the live show. I love the marketing. I love everything. And we just, I have a great team and we get it together. We get it done. I love it.
What don't you like about the industry?
What I don't like is getting promoters to give you an opportunity to get on the stage, no matter how good you are, no matter whether they know you're not, no matter how good your music is, because they're concerned that you're not on celestial radio. And, they don't want to take a chance on you because they want to know how many butts are you going to fill in the seats. That's what I don't like.
And apparently Ron Ledford says catch you this week with Najee at the Fox Theater.
Yeah, that's
tickets at Ticketmaster this Saturday. I don't know who Ron Ledford is, but apparently you know this guy.
I do. Ron Ledford is who has been the contact for me getting on this show.
And shout out to you, Ron. You are amazing, a phenomenal individual.
Yeah, he handles my marketing, so you may not know him, but He knows who you are because he books all my interviews and things like that. But that's what I don't like. I know some amazing artists. Like, okay, so he mentioned Najee. I work with Najee. I've been working with Najee off and on for a couple of years. Went on tour with him for about 6 months, and then when he comes to Detroit, or if we happen to be on the same ticket in another city, I'll work with him. And he's just a nice guy, great guy, and he's bringing me on the show. He's headlining the show, the Smooth Jazz Fall Fest that's going to be at the Fox in Detroit. You know, I get on stages a lot of times because other artists will bring me in, and then I'm starting to get a buzz, and so now promoters are bringing me in. But in the very beginning, it was just really hard. We'd meet a promoter, we know a promoter, and try to negotiate getting me booked on the show, and they're like, "Well, how many tickets do you think you could sell?" And it's like, well, I'm not on celestial radio, so people haven't really heard of me, but I need to get in front of people. And you see my album. I dropped my second album, debuted #1 in the country on Amazon Hot New Releases, and we sat there for a couple months. I was charting over Chris Brown and John Legend, and they still wouldn't, So, it's a thing. So now it's almost like once the promoters see you, then they're like, oh, and they see the crowd's response to you. But that's the thing I don't like. They want you on the radio, and everybody can't be on the radio. Everybody doesn't have that $100,000 to push that single.
Which is crazy. And that brings me to my Frankie Beverly question. Because
I
for
love
me,
Frankie Beverly.
And rest in peace to King. But he is the epitome of what you're talking about. Just really put the work in on the road. Wasn't on the radio like some of his contemporaries, but when you think about the pulse of black people,
Everybody knows Frankie Beverly was black.
There's James Brown and then Frankie Beverly. And I don't know that any other artists have captured Black America like those two individuals.
And he organically did it. Frankie got on the radio. And like you said, rest in peace, Frankie Beverly. And that's a person that I didn't mention. I've always wanted to meet Frankie Beverly, and I've had the opportunity to do that a couple times and actually work with his nephew, David Beverly. He's in the Kim camp. He works with us. So I love Frank. Every time he comes to town, I will go see him and get to go backstage and meet him and take a picture with him. So I love Frankie Beverly. One of the things I wished that I could have done was opened a Frankie Beverly show, but we know that won't happen. It was on my wish list, but I did get a chance to meet him a couple times. But I feel like Frankie put in the work just being on the road, and I don't mind putting in the work. I don't mind doing the shows, and I think promoters should gauge by the audience reception of you. But give a new artist a chance and see how they're received. If they're not received, if people are getting up to go to the bathroom and get their popcorn or they on their phones, okay, that wasn't a good fit. But if you see people engaging and they're clapping and they're singing along and even standing up when this new artist leaves the stage, you might want to take a chance on that artist. And those are the things that have been happening to me, and I'm so grateful for it.
Are those days over with for new artists though?
No.
Like you gotta have X amount of followers on Instagram or TikTok for them to consider you. And the organic growth, it just seems to be non-existent nowadays.
You gotta work hard, and you have to be strategic, and you have to not be afraid of the process, and you have to not be afraid of putting in work. And you gotta network, you gotta meet people. One of the reasons why I've been touring and doing select dates with Genuine for almost a year is because of Marcus Divine. He introduced me to Genuine. He introduced me to them. They came to Detroit. They needed an opener, and he made that happen for me. And Genuine's management came out the back and was like, "What you about to do?" And I was like, "Nothing." He was like, "You coming out with us?" So for this entire year, the end of 2023 is when it started. All of 2024, I've been doing select dates with Genuine, and I've got one Wednesday. We'll be in Atlanta at the Atlanta World Fair. I'll be opening for Genuine there. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing. But I
You
hope
could tell
every
him to come on
time.
the show too. By the way, I'm sorry.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You could tell Genuine to come on the damn show.
Oh, well, I'll tell his manager. But you know what? It took a minute for me to be able to make the right connections for things to happen. But I don't just too. So here's another thing I think new artists need to know. You don't just get up there and sing. You need to have a show. If you want to open for an artist that has a show, as a new artist, you need to have a show.
Yeah.
You don't just need to get up there and say, okay, now my next song that I'm gonna say. No, you got to go up there like you're a peer. You don't go up there like you trying to get there. You have to go up there like that artist that you're working with is one of your peers and that you deserve to be there. So I come out with my show. I have a show. And that's why I'm continuing to work, and I'm grateful for that.
So when you open it, how many songs do you get?
I do 15 minutes and I do 5 songs.
How do you pick?
My MD picks it.
Really? So you don't. So how far in advance do you know?
I can get calls a week out. I can get calls months out. Like this October 9th date, I knew about this a couple months ago.
Okay.
But I have a set show. So it's not like I've got to go scramble and figure out what I'm going to sing. I have a show.
Okay.
It's done.
So it doesn't change depending on the location. Okay.
Not
I see.
less specifically. Now there's some things. Now I'm about to drop another name for you that I love. This person had opportunity to open for Smokey Robinson a couple months ago. Legend, but he knew my dad. But that wasn't how I got the gig. But I changed my show for that opening because the promoter wanted me to do a couple more covers than just do my original music.
Okay.
When I do Genuine, when I open for Kim, I do my original music. I open with a cover, but then I go into my original music.
Okay.
This particular promoter said, can you do, and I said, sure. So then we made changes to accommodate what the promoter wanted because the promoter knew the audience. But
Okay.
other than that, when I do my other set show, it's original. I open up with a cover and then I go into my original music, and I'm so grateful it's been received very well. So I just do my show.
What's your favorite cover to do?
I'll probably say the one that I do because I don't do covers. So I open with like Shaka Khan. Yeah, I open with Shaka Khan.
I've been listening to a lot of Tina Marie lately.
Oh, I like it. Yeah,
Oh my God, man! I've been listening. Portuguese Love. Oh my
that's good.
God.
That's
I
a good.
listen.
Tina got some jams.
Yo, I don't know who mixed up her coloring in heaven before she got here, but
I used
who
to.
are you? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. You getting ready to say something?
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
you back.
I'm
You all right.
sorry. My phone rang. I'm sorry. I used to open with Tina Marie Lover Girl. That was fun.
Well, who are you listening to when you're just driving around the city?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm not sure what just happened. Can you how about now? You good? Hello, hello, hello. I'm not sure what happened. Can you see me? I don't know. That phone call just fucked everything up. I don't know what to tell you, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh wow. No. Okay. Can you hang up and call right back? Hey, Ron. Do us a favor and text her and tell her to log off and log back in. Or do I have? My apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't. Wait a minute, I can't see it.
Where you at, Ron? I don't know. I don't know if she logged off. Shout out to Ron Ledford though. And yeah, Rocky, I can hear her and she can't hear me. So my guess is yeah, you probably can hear us both. But if she can't hear me, then it's kind of hard to have that
Oh,
conversation.
I
Can you
hear
hear
you
me?
now. I hear you.
Okay, good.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear
All
you.
right.
I hear you.
All right.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
It ain't your fault. It's technology.
and yeah, somebody's calling, and you know why they're calling, and I was like trying to. Um, I'm sorry, but I can hear you fine now. I don't know. It's weird. It just went out for a minute, and like now it's back.
You know what? Shit happens. So we were talking about who you listening to when you're riding around the city.
Oh, when I'm riding around lately, my husband's been driving, so he listens to a lot of jazz, and it's okay. But that I'm trying to turn up, but he's listening to jazz, and it's okay. If I'm in the car by myself, I'm listening to my show. I don't like to have to practice hard and feel like I'm not prepared for a performance. So I always listen to my show. I always run the show um, and listen to it in the car and just make sure I know, my hits, my turns, my notes, the words, everything. I'm always rehearsing that.
Last time you had a bad show.
Ooh. It wasn't bad. Okay. Oh my God. It wasn't bad, but hold on one second.
Who is Marilyn Stalker?
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
okay?
sorry.
You can hear
Um,
me okay though, right?
I hear you fine.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad show. I was distracted, severely distracted. And I wasn't my best. I don't give a bad show, but I've given great shows, and then I've given some shows that weren't my best.
How do you deal with that when you get back in to the hotel? Are you upset or is it what?
I'm upset.
Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. I'm going to
Mm-mm.
bed.
No, I'm not upset. I talk to most of the times Marcus is there at the show, and we talk about it, and we
Okay.
break down what I did good and what I did bad and where I messed up and what I should have fixed and what
Okay.
I will not do again. So
Biggest change you've made to your show over the years?
being more confident, interacting and engaging with the audience more, talking to them more, engaging with them more. Um, that was a big thing for me. When you get out there and you're doing your own music, you feel like, or you hope that they receive you. And you have to have the confidence to sing the song and give to them like, oh, y'all like this and y'all know this. So getting to the point where I can deliver the music as if they know it.
Mm-hmm.
And as if they know me. That was something I had to work towards.
Biggest change in the audiences.
Say that again. You said the change in the audiences?
Yeah.
Like you said, has there been a change? Like, say that again. Have there?
What's the biggest change from the audiences in the beginning of your career and to today?
Oh, I don't think the audiences have changed. It's been me. I had to change.
Mm.
The people are hungry for good music. The people are hungry for new music. I think they want to hear good singing. I think they want that. I think they crave that. I think they're thirsty for that. But you have to be that artist to go out there with the confidence and give it to them what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And if you go out there and you're not confident and you're like, well, I hope y'all like this song, they're gonna be like, girl, Beth, I just want to sing. I got a and B selection and my throat, I got a cold, but I'm gonna try to, all that. They don't want that. I gotta come out there like, hey, y'all ready? Like it gotta be that. You gotta give them. They want a show. They done got dressed. They done got their hair done. They got their nails done. They got a new outfit on. They want to see a show. They're there to be entertained, and that is my job to confidently entertain them. Not y'all want a show. I can't. Y'all wanna hear me sing? They don't want it. I'll be like, no, I don't.
Do you still get nervous?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Why?
Armpits itching. All that.
Why though?
Because I'm putting myself out there on display. I'm giving them the thing that I love the most. The innermost sanctuary of me is giving them my music and giving them me and being very vulnerable, hoping that they accept and receive me. So of course there's a bit of hope they do, but if they don't, they're gonna get it anyway. Now that's where I am now.
I'm gonna be. You have been an absolute joy to talk to.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God. And I'm sorry if y'all couldn't hear me that good. My face is still hurting a little bit. But
Oh,
yo,
what? Oh, for your dentist appointment, you're fine. You're
oh,
absolutely fine. You're
well,
fine.
well, thank you. Yo, I did not. I underestimated your greatness, and I apologize.
No, listen. You didn't underestimate anything. You didn't know me. You didn't know me, and now you know me, and we're talking, and I've had a ball with you too. In fact, I'm gonna tell you, this is just what I needed because you know what I've been dealing with, and I've been wanting to get back into Beth and do what I do. So you've been a breath of fresh air for me too. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and your husband, who should get some type of credit and points for. Oh, damn, cut the brother some slack.
Nope.
Wow.
He's supposed to know that.
Oh wow.
He said I gotta cut you slack because you knew what our first date was. He got Janet. He good for the rest of his life. I ain't gotta do nothing else.
I can't argue with that one, right?
But I'm gonna tell you something. Again, I got a huge amount of joy doing that for him. That made me happy, giving him and doing for him something that he absolutely wanted with his whole heart. He was so, I was so happy to do that for him. Yeah, really.
That is the epitome
And
of
didn't
being
want nothing
loved.
in return.
That,
Didn't want nothing in return. I just
well,
happy to do that.
it sounds like he's gonna be paying for it for infinity, though. Just saying.
I mean, he's starting with the cruise to Dubai in December. Yeah.
Starting shit.
You know what kind of girl he got? Come on now.
I'm not mad at that, bro. Do your thing, man. You showing off now. Y'all stunting.
But he's not doing that because of Janet. He's doing that because that's the kind of guy he is.
Well, that's why he's been around for decades.
Yeah. But Janet was something that just seemed unobtainable. And we were able to do it. So I'm grateful for that. So yeah, I'm just excited that he was excited. And I'm excited to be back working. So yeah, there's a show Saturday with Najee. The following Wednesday, there's a show with Genuine. And then the following Friday and Saturday, I'll be out with Kim. So it'll be great.
Well, Ron, if you and Beth need anything, please don't hesitate to ask me or get in touch with Rita. This has been...
Yeah, Ron has been talking to the lady.
Yeah, Rita,
And
my
that's why
manager.
who
Yeah,
Ron is because he. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Rita's phenomenal too,
Hi,
man.
Rita. Thank you.
Hi, Rita. Thank you. I'm obligated contractually to say her name 7 times a show. I think I'm short a couple.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Rita. That's 7. I did all 7.
Yes, because you are the best. If people want to get in touch with you, they want to book you for a show. How they go about doing that?
They can go to bethalwayssings.com. And if they go there, there is a tab that they can touch for contact information booking. Shout out to my manager, Courtney Benjamin. He will get in touch with you. Um, and you can go to any of my social media. If you go on Instagram, it's Beth Always Sings. And there is email and contact stuff on there as well.
Well, I'm gonna let you go. I know you got a busy life. Enjoy the trip to Dubai.
Okay.
Again,
We
my
got a little while
condolences.
before that happens, but thank you.
Well, I'm just throwing that out there.
Thanks
Again, my condolences to you and your family.
so much.
And
Thank you.
and just thank you for being such a beautiful spirit. Like
Thank you.
you have made my day.
Oh, you made mine. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Well, you know what? God gives us what we need
Every time.
every time. On that note, I'm gonna let you go, and you have a phenomenal day on purpose.
Thank you. You do the same.
Thank you.
Bye.
Shout out, Ron.
Yay, Ron.
And I do appreciate everybody that's tapped in. If you have not watched the show, please go check out some of the older shows. I've got a resume that is almost unrivaled, to be quite honest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to check out Beth's music on all streaming platforms. I'm telling you, your soul will thank you. On that note, I'll be back in about an hour. Who we got? Christy Taylor, I do believe. Let me just double check because my brain is mush. Yeah, Christy Taylor will be on in an hour. And I'll see y'all in a minute. Thank you, and y'all have a phenomenal day.